Good evening. Sunday, 5th of December, 19 days before Christmas Eve, 20 days before Christmas. Raise a toast to your Gothic host. Today I'm gonna make a dish. I'm gonna cook a dish from Morocco called harira. It's a vegetarian version of very popular Moroccan soup. It's very healthy, very light, extremely low in fat, and it has ingredients that are full of goodness, and some are considered superfoods, part of superfoods, and so forth. So next Sunday is the 12th. I think the shops are open, so I might not cook on Sunday. I might do it on Friday, Saturday evening, and put it up on Sunday or Saturday night. Sunday will be probably not so good to do it. So it's season 2, episode 14. And Moroccan harira. I'm gonna start immediately, and our song today, the song that I chose is by Rosetta Stone, Adrenaline. I'm stuck with the 80s and early 90s and before 2000 anyway, so bear with me. There's so many songs I want to play and so many dishes I want to cook. I counted, and it would take me around 14 years if I do it once a week to do all the dishes I know, and probably all the songs that I would like to play. So, it's not really done. So, raise a toast to your Gothic host. Cheers to you all, and hope you watch this one as well. I'm going to place my chalice, my one and only chalice, and I'm gonna turn slowly, but before I do that I have to put my other glasses on so I know what I'm doing. There, I'm turning it slowly around, and while I'm gonna start heating the oil, I will start the song as well, because it's the best way. So let me turn on the heat, which I just did, and starting with our song. Rosetta Stone, Adrenaline. Once the oil is heated, I'm gonna stir in the onions. I'm gonna tell you this dish slowly, piece by piece. Onions, chopped finely, garlic, eyes, the windows of the soul. Of course. great song. Great dance floor filler, as we used to call it in England. Garlic. Great. So, Rosetta Stone, very popular, still going actually, and I still haven't managed to listen to the latest, how do you call it, the latest CD, double CD, I don't know what it was, but I still haven't been able to listen to it. And hope I can manage sometime. Well, onions and garlic are doing well. I'll let you know a little secret. This dish has got quite a few ingredients, so it's not possible to do it in the time set. In the time balance, it's not the right word, in the time I have in mind. So what I do, I prepare some of it beforehand, like the sweet potato. I've chopped and I've boiled it, and it's almost ready, to a point that it's almost ready to go into this kind of soup. Yeah. The same with the carrots, the same with the celery, and the same with the lentils. Lentils, some people do this dish with green lentils, others do it with yellow lentils or normal lentils. Well, I didn't have time to go to a specialist shop to find any of those lentils, so I used the normal ones, thin lentils, and I'm gonna start now putting the rest of the ingredients in slowly, you know. So next to go in are the spices. The spices are turmeric, 2 tablespoons, you know, the little ones. Otherwise it would say soup spoons, which is the bigger ones, yeah. Turmeric, 2 tablespoons of cumin, and a little bit of pepper, black pepper. The reason being that turmeric in Greek is kurkumas, you know. In order to be absorbed by the body, it has to have, the dish has to have, to include in the dish pepper, black pepper. And to absorb the 3% that's in turmeric, in curcuma, to absorb the 3% of curcumini, which is the main ingredient of curcumas, which is superfood. Otherwise, the body rejects it. So it's only good to be absorbed if the recipe has pepper in it, black pepper. Here is some vegetable stock. vegetable stock and 500 grams of passata. In a festive cup of Santa. It was the only one that it's exactly the same, it takes the same quantity, you know, 500 grams. And this you bring to the boil. So as I was saying, the superfoods that are included in this dish are very nice, very good for you, and they're really low in calories and fat. There's absolutely no sugar. There's little or nothing of what do you call it, salt. It's really healthy. So, you know, try it. The ingredients are very easy to find. You need one sweet potato. You chop it in pieces like that, you boil it, and you keep it ready. Then you have carrots. Couple of carrots, thinly sliced, and half a celery, one celery or whatever, thinly chopped, boiled as well. Actually, all these should have gone in there raw, you know. You shouldn't boil them first. You wouldn't boil them first in normal circumstances if you cook it properly at home, but they would need a deep pot, large deep pot. And these, if I cooked it in a pot, you wouldn't be able to see anything. I have to hang the camera on my head so you'd be able to see it, you know. So let me turn the light over here, because I turned it over before there and it was clouding it. It was giving it a shade over there. So let's see if it's better. Hope you can see better now. It was a little shade from before. It's very difficult to do the light in a kitchen if it's not a professional type of light and everything. So next, let me think what goes in first. Got the lentils here. Let me see. This is almost okay. Yeah, one at a time, doesn't matter which. But these dishes are in my mind, you know. I've eaten everything that I cook. I've eaten before in restaurants, and I kept it in my mind because I like them. This I ate in Paris. In Paris, there's a lot of Moroccan and Algerian restaurants because these countries were, you know, French influenced and French colony, and so they have a lot of North African food restaurants, and I remember I ate that and I liked it, but obviously I have missed a couple of ingredients because I don't want it to be too spicy. It's supposed to have 2 or 3 red hot chili peppers, and I'm not into the too hot at the moment, you know. So I've taken them out equation. I'm not putting it in the recipe, in the dish. So what I do when I decide what I'm going to cook, which is around Thursday or Friday, so Saturday I can shop, or Friday evening on Saturday I can shop the ingredients, and then I choose the song which I'm going to play, and when I decide what to cook, I try to remember how was the taste, and what was included, and then I write down the quantities. Quantities are easy, depending how many are you. Well, this one has got 250 grams of lentils, 1 sweet potato, 1 celery, 2 large onions chopped finely, 4 cloves of garlic chopped thinly, 2 spoons, not soup spoons, 2 sweet spoons of tablespoons of turmeric, 2 tablespoons of cumin, pepper, and a bit of salt, which I'm gonna put now. Where is the salt? There it is. A little bit, not a lot. A little bit of oil. And that's it. I mean, these ingredients you can buy anywhere. If you want to make it hot, you get 2-3 chilies, the hot ones. You deseed it and chop them, and then it gives you a little bit of a kick or a big kick, depending how hot those chilies are, you know. And now I'm gonna put the lentils in. Well, it's not quite a soup. Don't see don't think the lentils because they're like that. It's a version, a vegetable version of a very well-known Moroccan soup, but it's not a soup. Yeah. I can tell you, it tastes wonderful. And as I said before, these ingredients you can find almost in any country. All the cooking, all the dishes have ingredients that they're available almost everywhere. The only difference from one cuisine to another cuisine is the combinations, the spices, and the way it's cooked. You know, it's not nuclear science, you know. For this to be able to make something like this, you need to be adventurous, to try all kinds of foods, and so you decide what you like and what you don't like. You need to be to have a good palate to recognize smells and tastes, and try and combine them at your own will. You feel like an ingredient you don't like an ingredient, you don't put it in. It doesn't matter. It won't spoil. It won't spoil the cooking. You just do it to your specifications. I always alter. I never. Very rarely I do something exactly as I've tasted it before. You know. So this is got to come down and simmer a little bit, but it is ready. And it's ready because I've boiled those ingredients before. If I hadn't, it wouldn't be ready. Yeah. So you see why it is useful. And people ask me why you don't taste the food when you cook it. Well, because I eat it afterwards, and I know I've cooked it before, and I know exactly what I'm doing. I'm the kind of I'm not a chef, as I said, yeah. I'm the kind of person who, if I cook a dish 10 times, it's going to be 10 times exactly the same. It's not going to vary, because I know what I'm doing. So that's why I don't taste it. And that's why I don't go like the little guy on TV says, and you taste this, and this is going to be good, and the aromas. And, I can't really do that, you know. I have my own concept way of cooking with music. I dress silly. I cook silly foods. I'm a silly person anyway, as Rowan Atkinson would say. And I like self-sarcasm. I had a good time last night. Hope people are watching, or will be watching. And I say no more because I'm too sentimental and I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil the broth, the food. Right, this is it. Now let me put it in where it should be. Now this time I cannot place this on here because it will break. It's a plate, yeah? It's not gonna be on those metal containers that I usually present the food. So as I said, it's not a soup, it's a kind of soup. It's a different version than a very popular Moroccan dish. Yeah. This is one. It's supposed to be, it's supposed to have what you call it, some decoration with you know, from the celery, but I forgot and I chucked them out, so there's not gonna be little green leaves on top. So just imagine it with green leaves on top. I'll be back in a moment. I just have to place this somewhere so they won't burn my tablecloth. There you go. You can put if you want, you can put what you call them, parsley, chopped parsley on top, or chopped leaves from celery that it's in the dish, anything. But for the moment I've got like maybe if I found some in my fridge, when you see the photographs you will see that it has what you call it, some green stuff on top, but for the moment this is it. These are the little plates, this is the bigger plate, yeah. So I'm gonna turn it around and do what you call 24 minutes. It's too long. Why? My God, because I can't stop talking. Sometimes, well, most of the time. Still, raise your toast to your Gothic host. Season 2, episode 14, I think. Might be a mistake, I don't know. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay goth, and next dish, if I can manage to do it Saturday or Sunday, it won't be anything festive, you know. I'm not gonna make like a Christmas pudding or something Christmassy, but what I can do, I'm gonna probably play one of my favorite Christmas songs. Not anything too sloppy, you know, something really gets you going. You'll recognize it when you hear it. That's the best I can do for Christmas, yeah? No Christmas festive cookies or mellow macarona or courenbiedes and all that stuff, you know? It's fattening anyway. You know how many calories have zahari akhni, you know, the white sugar type of thing you put on on sweets and stuff. Ooh, so many calories. It's so bad for you. This is a really, really, really healthy dish. Make it. You will. You remember it. Anyway. Speak to you next week. For the Greeks that they are here in Athens, please come and see me in the shop. Say hello. Okay. Waiting for new stuff next week as well, and the week after. So, yeah, I forgot to say, this is not a sponsor video. I don't have a sponsor. I don't promote any products. I don't have any tattoos. I'm the only chef without tattoos. You don't have to have tattoos to know how to cook. And I'm just my silly self. So, like me or hate me. Cheers. Stay dark, stay goth. If you can't, don't.